Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again today. My name is Holly, for those of you who are new, which is pretty much all of you because this channel is still fairly new, but thank you for coming today and watching this. I went to a thrift store the other day and got a few things, so I thought I would just show you. Once a week, my husband and I like to meet for lunch. It's a really nice little break for us, and it's just kind of fun. So where we usually have our lunch break is right next to a Goodwill, or fairly close, maybe not like exactly next door. But I always like to stop in. And I did quite a bit of shopping the other day, and I really wasn't sure I feel like doing any more shopping, but I can't resist walking through a thrift store. But like oddly enough, I wasn't in the shopping mood. But I figured, well, if I go in there and find something really, really cool or whatever, which sometimes I honestly don't. But anywho, I did find a few things, and I really, really liked them. I'm really happy with them, and the prices were really cool. And so yeah, I'll just get right into showing you what I got and go from there. The first thing, okay, this is so exciting. When I first walked in, you know how like in some Goodwills, I'm sure if you've been in one, where they have like usually those bins where the workers will take stuff out and then put them on the shelves. Well, this one Goodwill recently redid their shelving. They used to have those white shelves, and now they have these big black ones, and they are so much nicer. Like you can see everything in them. They're excuse me. They have like I think the shelves are farther apart. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they're different. And the bin that they usually use to pull the stuff out, they don't have anymore. They actually have another big black shelf that looks exactly like the other ones. I'm telling you this for a reason. Bear with me. So when I walk in there, I saw something really cool on the shelf, and this one black shelf, and I was going to pull it off, and the lady's like, no, this is the, she said it very nicely. She was, no, this is the bin. I forget what she called it. Basically, it was like the black shelves, but had wheels. And the one with the wheels was her station of pulling things off and then putting them on the shelves. Some Goodwills I've been into, they could care less if you dig through the bins. It definitely depends on which one you go to. The one closer to me in the opposite direction, you can dig through. They don't care. They've never said a word. At least when I've been there. I don't usually. I'll walk by and look in. But it's usually such a mess. I'll just wait till it's on the shelves. But this time, when I went in yesterday, I saw something really cool that I really wanted, and I right away grabbed it. And me and this other lady were like looking at stuff, and the worker came over like, no, like she was like gently scolding us. It was actually kind of cute. She's like, no, wait, we have to wait till they're on the shelves. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Like I wanted to be respectful. Like it was a little annoying because I'm like, I was right there, you know. But I'm like, oh, okay, so it's got I realized she mentioned something about the wheels on the shelf. I'm like, oh, okay, the one with the wheels we can't take off. Okay, that's fine. And I asked her, can you hand me something if I want something? And again, I can't remember word for word what she said, but she said something about they have to be on the shelves. But she was nice though. She's like, what do you want? And then I pointed to what I wanted. And she's like, okay, well, like, so she took them from the cart. I was sitting right next to her. She could have handed them to me. I was like 12 inches away, but it's okay. It's the rules. She walked halfway down an aisle. I followed her. She put them on the shelf, and I immediately picked them right back up. So there was one other customer there in the aisle, and we just kind of like, but how it was, how she wanted it. So I'm like, I thanked her because very nice of her. She could have just said you have to wait, but she's extremely nice. She's there every week, and I've had conversations with this lady before. She's very, very nice. Anyway, I'm going on too long, and I really should just show you what I got. But I walked in, and this is what I see on the shelf. Like, yeah. So if you're not into Pyrex, you have no idea why I'm excited about this. If you're into Pyrex, it's been a long while since I found Pyrex, period, except for the other day. Like, if you saw my video previously, I did find Opal Pyrex. It's been a long time since I found some Pyrex, period, let alone good Pyrex. This is good Pyrex. So yeah, I got the Pyrex dot bowls, the 402 and the 401. Yeah, the 401 is 1.5 pint. The other day when I had the Opal bowls, I could not remember what the sizes were. The 401 is 1.5 pints, and then the 402 is 1.5 quarts. Okay, so in case you're wondering, both in really good condition. This one is, I didn't check. Again, I was hasty. Like the other day I bought the Opal bowls. I never checked for, like, chips or cracks or anything. Fortunately, they were okay. Same with this one, but I didn't care because they were so cheap. From what I can tell, there's a slight surface scratch. I will do a close-up video later if I can remember. Besides that one little surface scratch, this thing is pretty good. It looks pretty mint, actually. There's a couple little places where the paint is slightly missing, but that might be a factory flaw. Got this sucker, $1.99. Awesome. Now, when I picked up the yellow bowl, I thought it had way more wear on it. But after I bought it and looked at it, again, sorry, real quick. Also, $1.99, which is really, really good if you're familiar at all with Pyrex. Extremely, extremely good to me. So basically, when I first picked this up, I saw a bunch of scratches on it. I figured it wasn't as good, but for $2, I don't care. I'll buy it. Figure that out later. But as I was looking at it, a lot of it looks like surface scratches, like not scratches, but like marks. Excuse me. There is one little scratch, a couple of scratches in the actual paint. Let me hold to the light. There are a couple scratches in the paint, and there are some like gray marks. It looks like from like maybe like a middle thing. I'll do a close up later. It's hard from this angle to show you, but the paint itself looks good and shiny, which is what I want. So anyway, sorry, I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of the shine there. Look how shiny that is. And you can see some of the gray marks, probably from utensils or what have you, or maybe it was inside another metal bowl. But oh yeah, that made my day. That absolutely made my day. And honestly, I already have these bowls, but I thought, well, I could always turn around and sell them, make some money, and buy something else. But I don't know. I have a hard time with the idea of parting with these. They're just really cool. Anyway, all right, moving on. Ooh, a bit of a headache and lightheaded. I had breakfast. I don't know why. Anyway, next item I have to show you is this is really cool. Paid a little bit more for this one, and I actually picked it up, looked at it, and put it down. And because I'm like, what am I going to use this for? I got so much stuff as it is, but it was just so pretty and so beautiful. This one is $3.99. Go figure, I pay more for this than I do for Pyrex. I had to look this up because I wasn't sure exactly what it was for. I thought it was like for a jewelry box, which it can be, but they call it a trinket box on eBay. Actually, I haven't taken the rubber band off yet. Oh, that's on there snug. Anyway, I just have such a thing for really, really pretty china. Like some dishes and stuff, I know I'll never use. I leave them there. But they always haunt me because they're so beautiful. They're so pretty. And they're so cheap. Like no one wants them anymore. I must be a very old lady at heart. But, let's see if it's off. There are no markings on this. Oh, you know, I just noticed this has been repaired. The lid, isn't that pretty scalped edge? I looked on eBay and one very similar to this, like same style but different coloring, I think sold for or was for sale $20-some. They sell on $20-some. They're not anything you're gonna like retire on. The lid looks like it's in really good condition. Like I'm not seeing any chips. Unfortunately, I did notice this thing completely broke away, it looks like. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know if it's even going to show. Actually, it'd probably be easier to show on the inside. You can see this is what I just found. There's this strip of glue right here. And on the other side, I can see the crack. It's right here. I'm going to get out of the frame so it's not focusing on me. You can kind of see it. So unfortunately, it does look like, yeah, because the glue goes all the way up here and then all the way up in here. So it looks like this whole end broke off at one point in time. But I mean, whoever repaired it did a really good job. Like I didn't even, and you know what though? Oh no, it did go all the way through. It's really, really hard to see the crack from the outside. It's really hard to see. You really can only tell from the inside because of the glue. But that's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping it was like perfect. It looked like it was in perfect condition. And just look at these flowers. I'm trying to get the glare off. Little feet, isn't that so cute? It reminds me of this clawfoot bathtubs. Love that. Love that. Love that. I think what sold me is that it had a lid and that the lid was this. It was just, oh my word. How beautiful that is. Now, I have to say the one, see, look how decorative this little lid is. I didn't even notice that. Or not lid, I'm sorry, the handle. Look at this little gold embellishment. Oh, that's so beautiful. The one I saw on eBay, because I was doing some research before I did this video, and the one on eBay actually had markings on the bottom. It said 60/100, so I think it was like the 60th one out of 100 pieces they made. And it did have a little tiny sticker on it, but they didn't zoom in on the sticker, and I really couldn't find any more information on it. But, I mean, it's still really cute. Even with the repair, I really love it. It's very pretty. So I don't know if I'll put jewelry in it. Like, part of me wants to put candy in it, like M&Ms or like buttermints. I love buttermints. When I was a teenager, I'd go to the dollar store with my friend. I'd always buy this box of buttermints. Oh my gosh, I just love those things. Anyway, but just love it. It's so pretty. So I don't know what I'll do with it. I'm sure I'll find something really cool. Oh, this other item I got. It's really pretty. Very Christmassy. I got this Christmas oval platter. I've never seen anything like it. And it had a vintage, I hate the word vibe. We're overusing words in our language like vibe and pop. You know, it's got a pop of color. But for lack of a better word, it's got a good vibe. It's got a good feel. It's got a good feel. Had an older feel. Anyway. But so I get real nitpicky when words are overused. Anyway, that's just me. That's my fault. But the plate is beautiful, and it says on the back, crafted in Japan. And it was $2.99. So, and as far as I can still see, no cracks or chips. And I love this because I don't think I really have any Christmas plates. I have like little small Corelle plates with like holly leaves around the edges. But this is perfect for cookies. Again, I have a couple Christmas Pyrex bowls, but it's nice to have a flat platter when you have cookies. So, it has some really, really nice shine on it. I'm trying to get it. There we go. Oh, that's a good shine. Look at that. Ooh. You can feel the paint. Oh, my nails are like the perfect color. My perfect Vanna. Anyway, but I love that. It was just so pretty. I did research this one. I could find one on eBay. So if you like it, there is one on eBay. I think they want like $35 for it though. But it's beautiful. I mean, you don't mind paying $35. This is absolutely beautiful. And I couldn't find any others like it. I'm sure there are, but I'm just saying it's not a very common platter as far as I'm aware. But I just love the Christmas tree. So yeah, there is one on eBay. As I checked it today, today's December 2nd. So as of December 2nd, it was still for sale this morning. So if you like it, there's one out there. So, oh, and I got one more thing. 1 second. I got this more because it was just really pretty. I've seen this print before. I know I have. But like I'm only vaguely familiar with it. And I just loved her sweet face. And for a while I collected those ceramic lady head vases. And but that was back when I was also collecting a lot of Pyrex, and I had so much stuff, so I eventually sold them. I like them, I do. But this kind of reminds me of that, like the elaborate ornate hat and like the big eyes and the big like dark lashes and the really, really red lips. Anyway, she was $1.99. And again, these don't go for a whole lot. I checked on eBay, and I was gonna say, I think I really couldn't find one that sold by itself. I think it did. It was sold for like $10 or $12, but a lot of them came in pairs or packs of 3, where there's a few of them, and they're still between $20 and $30. So they're fairly cheap. So I mean, if you wanted to get something like this, I don't think they're too pricey on eBay. I actually looked it up because I've never heard of this before. The name on it says Huldah, Huldah. And actually, where's my notes here? I actually looked it up because one of the things I love about vintage items is learning about it, like who made it, who designed it, when was it made, all that kind of stuff. So the actual artist name is, I hope I'm pronouncing all this correctly, Cherry Jeff Huldah. She was born in 1901, passed away in 2001, so she was 100 years old when she passed, and she was born in Dallas, Texas. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but a lot of her artwork depicted young women at the turn of the century, and she purposely made their eyes bigger and their body smaller and very elaborate, ornate, like collars and hats and everything. So when I was Googling all the stuff she had done, like they're just beautiful artwork. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with it because I know I've seen it before. So I'm not telling, I'm sure some of you are very familiar with it. But I'm just sharing what I learned today, which I thought was really cool. And apparently since 1953, Hallmark has been using her artwork. So that's kind of cool. So I just thought that was very interesting. I don't know where I'm going to put it. So it's very, very pretty. Oh, she's so cute. All right. So that was it. That was all that I found. It was a fun day. It was nice. I was really surprised to find that. Once I found the 2 Pyrex bowls, then I was kind of in the shopping mood, and then I found the platter and the trinket box, and then actually I think I found the artwork second. It doesn't really matter in what order I found everything, but I just found it so interesting. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you guys what I found, and I thought you might get a kick out of it. And if you ever watch my channel and you see the stuff that I got and you have more information on the items that I bought that maybe I didn't know, I would love to hear more, because I really enjoy learning about like these old pieces and backstories of stuff. I just always enjoy that kind of stuff. So feel free to share. I would love to have the information. Maybe even somebody else in the comments would benefit from the information. So, it doesn't hurt to learn anything. But all right, well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. It means so much that you guys watch and that you subscribe. It means a lot. It makes me so happy. So thank you for that. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope you have a really good day and a good weekend, and take care. Till I see you next time. Bye.